When you are just starting out as a coach, the most powerful and effective way to build your business is by beginning with one-on-one coaching, because this model allows you to focus on developing your craft, learning how to communicate with clients on a deeper level, and building the confidence that comes from seeing real transformation take place in individual lives. When you are new, you may be tempted to jump immediately into group programs, courses, or membership sites because they sound scalable and exciting, but the truth is that without the foundation of one-on-one experience, it becomes very difficult to deliver real results at scale. Every great coaching empire starts small, with intentional conversations that reveal the patterns, challenges, and desires of people who are searching for guidance. This stage is not about trying to attract hundreds of clients or build an elaborate online presence. It is about mastering the art of coaching itself, discovering your unique style, and uncovering the exact problems you are best equipped to solve for others. One-on-one coaching provides immediate feedback. When you sit across from a client, whether virtually or in person, you are exposed to their raw emotions, their frustrations, and their breakthroughs. This level of intimacy cannot be replaced by online courses or pre-recorded lessons. It gives you the opportunity to adjust your methods in real time, to test frameworks, and to refine your process until you know exactly what works. Every session becomes a laboratory where you can experiment, observe, and learn. Over time, patterns emerge. You begin to see the recurring themes and the problems your clients face, and you also start to identify the common pathways to results. These patterns become the backbone of your signature coaching system in the future, but they only reveal themselves through the repeated experience of serving clients one. Another advantage of beginning with this model is the depth of relationships you form with your clients. People don't just remember the advice you give them, they remember how you made them feel. The trust and rapport built in one-on-one coaching create transformation at a deeper level, and these clients often become your greatest advocates. Their testimonials and success stories provide the social proof you need to attract future clients. A beginner coach does not need 100 testimonials to get started. Even 2 or 3 powerful stories of real transformation can carry more weight than a polished website or a large following on social media. These early results are like gold because they become the evidence that your coaching is valuable, and they lay the foundation for building authority in your niche. Starting with one-on-one coaching also teaches you the discipline of valuing your time and your expertise. Many new coaches fall into the trap of undervaluing themselves by charging very little or giving away too much for free. But when you package your one-on-one sessions into structured programs, even as a beginner, you begin to position yourself as a professional. This teaches clients to respect the process, commit to their own growth, and value the investment they are making in themselves. Over time, you will see that coaching is not about charging for hours, but about charging for outcomes. And one-on-one coaching is the fastest way to understand how to deliver those outcomes consistently. Perhaps most importantly, this stage keeps your business simple and focused. You do not need complicated funnels, expensive advertising, or endless content creation to get started. You only need conversations. By reaching out to people, building genuine connections, and offering discovery calls, you can find your first clients and start building momentum. This direct approach saves you from overwhelm, helps you avoid distractions, and grounds your business in relationships rather than tactics. As a beginner coach, clarity is more valuable than complexity, and nothing brings clarity faster than the one-on-one coaching model. Creating a signature offer is one of the most important steps a beginner coach can take, because it transforms your coaching from something vague and uncertain into something concrete, valuable, and attractive to potential clients. When you are just starting out, it can feel natural to sell single sessions or to price yourself by the hour, because that is how most people in service-based industries begin. But the reality is that coaching is not about selling time. It is about selling transformation. Clients are not looking for someone to simply talk to for an hour. They are looking for a result, a shift in mindset, or a breakthrough in their life or business. A signature offer packages your expertise into a structured journey that leads them from where they are now to where they want to be. And that clear promise is what makes people confident in investing with you. When you build a signature offer, you create clarity not only for your clients, but also for yourself. Instead of going into each session without direction or trying to reinvent the wheel with every client, you have a roadmap that guides the process. This roadmap might be a 6-week program, a 90-day coaching journey, or even a 12-week transformation experience, depending on what type of coaching you do and what outcomes you specialize in. The structure does not mean you lose flexibility because you can always adapt to the unique needs of each client, but it does mean that you have a consistent framework to rely on. This consistency allows you to deliver results with greater confidence, which in turn increases your authority and credibility in the marketplace. Another benefit of creating a signature offer is that it sets you apart from the countless other coaches who are still charging by the hour or offering vague promises. A well-designed offer communicates clearly what you help people achieve, how long it will take, and what they can expect along the way. When people are making the decision to invest in coaching, uncertainty is one of the biggest barriers, and your job as a beginner coach is to remove that uncertainty. By presenting a structured program with a defined outcome, you reduce doubt and make the investment decision much easier for your potential clients. You position yourself as someone who has a system, a process, and a proven pathway rather than someone who is just giving advice without direction. Your signature offer also allows you to increase your pricing. When you charge by the hour, clients tend to undervalue the experience because they are comparing your rate to other service providers. But when you sell a program that is designed to deliver a transformation, the focus shifts from the price of your time to the value of the result. For example, a client may hesitate to pay $100 for a single session, but they may gladly invest $1,000 in a program that promises to help them achieve a specific breakthrough in 90 days. The difference is the packaging and the clarity of the result. This shift in how you present your coaching is what allows you to move from struggling to make ends meet to building a sustainable income as a coach. Creating a signature offer also helps you market more effectively because it gives you language and content to share with your audience. Instead of posting vague messages like, I can help you with your goals, or book a session with me, you can confidently communicate something like, I help new entrepreneurs launch their first profitable business in 12 weeks, or I guide professionals to break free from burnout and achieve balance in 90 days. These statements are clear, compelling, and outcome-driven. They speak directly to your ideal client and invite them to see your coaching as the solution they have been searching for. The more precise you are about your offer, the easier it becomes to attract people who resonate with your message and are willing to invest. As you deliver your signature offer to clients, you will gather feedback, refine your process, and continue improving the program until it becomes even more effective. Over time, this offer becomes your flagship product, the thing you are known for in your niche. It becomes easier to sell because the results speak for themselves, and it positions you as an expert rather than just another beginner coach. This process is how you shift from simply having a coaching business to building a coaching brand that stands out in the marketplace. Keeping client acquisition simple is one of the most crucial principles for beginner coaches because the temptation to overcomplicate the process can be overwhelming. When you are just starting out, it is easy to get caught up in the noise of marketing strategies, complicated funnels, advanced advertising, and the pressure to be active on every social media platform. But this creates unnecessary stress and dilutes your focus. The truth is that in the beginning, you do not need elaborate systems. You need clarity, consistency, and conversations. Simplicity wins because it allows you to stay focused on the actions that directly bring in clients instead of being distracted by activities that feel productive but do not actually create results. The first step to simplifying client acquisition is choosing one platform where your ideal clients spend time and committing to building your presence there. You do not need to master Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube all at once. Instead, identify where your audience is most engaged and focus your energy on that single channel. If your potential clients are professionals, LinkedIn may be the best place. If they are younger and lifestyle-driven, Instagram or TikTok may be the right fit. By focusing on one platform, you can create consistent content that speaks directly to your audience without spreading yourself too thin. Consistency matters far more than being everywhere. And showing up regularly in one place builds trust faster than showing up sporadically in many. The second part of keeping client acquisition simple is focusing on value-driven content instead of chasing trends or trying to create polished, complicated posts. As a coach, your greatest asset is your ability to provide insight, guidance, and clarity, so your content should reflect that. Sharing tips, lessons, personal stories, and client transformations is enough to demonstrate your expertise. People are not looking for perfection. They are looking for authenticity and someone who understands their struggles. By keeping your content simple and focused on helping your audience, you build credibility and attract people who resonate with your message. Direct outreach is another powerful yet simple strategy that most beginner coaches overlook. Instead of waiting for clients to find you, start conversations with people who might benefit from your coaching. This does not mean spamming strangers with sales pitches, but rather engaging with people genuinely, asking about their challenges and offering value. Many beginner coaches underestimate how effective authentic conversations can be in landing their first clients. A discovery call that comes from a direct message exchange can often lead to a paid client much faster than months of content creation without interaction. Simplicity in this stage means prioritizing personal connection over complex automation. Another key element of a simple client acquisition system is having a clear call to action. When you engage with your audience, whether through posts, emails, or conversations, always guide them toward the next step. For example, invite them to book a free discovery session, join a short challenge, or download a simple resource. Do not try to offer 10 different options or confuse people with multiple pathways. One clear, simple next step keeps the process easy for both you and your clients. Over time, as you refine your approach, you can add layers to your system. But in the beginning, the simplest path is always the most effective. Simplicity also protects you from burnout. Many beginner coaches quit too early because they feel overwhelmed by the pressure to do everything at once. By focusing on one platform, one type of content, one clear offer, and one client acquisition pathway, you eliminate the noise and give yourself the mental space to show up consistently. The more consistent you are, the faster you build momentum. Instead of chasing every shiny object or new marketing hack, you learn to master the basics, and mastery of the basics is what creates long-term stability in your business. Overcomplicating things may make you feel busy, but keeping it simple makes you effective. When you embrace simplicity in acquiring clients, you realize success as a beginner coach is not about having the most followers, the fanciest website, or the most advanced funnel. It is about building relationships, creating value, and guiding people into transformation one step at a time. By resisting the urge to complicate the process, you create a business model that is not only sustainable, but also enjoyable, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Serving your clients and growing your impact, focusing on high-value clients rather than high volume, is a principle that changes everything for beginner coaches because it allows you to build a sustainable business without exhausting yourself trying to serve too many people at once. When you are new, it is easy to think that success comes from signing up as many clients as possible, but this often leads to burnout, inconsistent results, and a lack of depth in the coaching relationship. The truth is you do not need dozens of clients in your first months as a coach. You only need a handful of the right clients who are ready to commit to transformation and willing to invest in themselves. By focusing on high-value clients, you create more meaningful impact while also building your income and confidence at a steady pace. High-value clients are not just those who pay more money. They are the people who are serious about change, who take your coaching seriously, and who are willing to do the work necessary to get results. These clients are more likely to follow through on your guidance, respect your time, and provide powerful testimonials because they experience tangible transformation. Working with these kinds of clients not only makes your coaching experience more fulfilling, but also accelerates your reputation as a credible and effective coach. When people see the depth of results you create with a few clients, they begin to trust that you can replicate those results with others. And this becomes the foundation of your authority. One of the biggest mistakes beginner coaches make is underpricing their services in an attempt to attract more people, thinking that lower prices will lead to higher volume. In reality, this approach often backfires because low prices attract clients who are not fully committed, who may cancel sessions, and who sometimes fail to take the process seriously. By setting your prices at a level that reflects the value of transformation, you position yourself as a professional and naturally attract clients who are ready to commit. A high-value client sees the investment as a sign of accountability, which motivates them to show up consistently and engage fully in the process. This creates a win-win situation where your clients achieve better results and you build a stronger business. Another important aspect of focusing on high-value clients is the freedom it creates in your schedule. Instead of trying to juggle 20 or 30 clients at a low rate, you can work with just 5 to 10 clients at a higher rate and create the same or even greater income. This gives you more time to prepare for sessions, invest in your personal growth, and focus on building other parts of your business such as marketing or content creation. It also prevents burnout and allows you to deliver a higher level of service because you are not stretched too thin. The quality of your coaching improves when you are able to dedicate your energy fully to fewer clients, and that quality becomes a key differentiator in the marketplace. Focusing on high-value clients also sets the stage for scaling your business later. When you master the art of creating transformation for a small number of people at a premium level, you create a proven system that can be adapted into group coaching, online courses, or membership programs down the road. In other words, high-value coaching creates the blueprint for scalable models. If you start by chasing volume with value offers, you often end up with little to no clear system, which makes scaling almost impossible. High value work forces you to clarify your methods, refine your process, and document the steps that consistently lead to results. And this foundation is what allows you to expand with confidence in the future. Perhaps one of the most overlooked benefits of working with high value clients is the emotional reward. Coaching is not just about making money, it is about making an impact. When you see someone truly transform because they were invested, committed, and ready for change, it fuels your passion and reminds you why you started coaching in the first place. These success stories become the backbone of your brand, giving you the confidence to step into bigger opportunities and the credibility to attract even more high-value clients. By choosing quality over quantity from the beginning, you create a business that is fulfilling, profitable, and sustainable in the long term. Building authority through results is one of the most effective strategies a beginner coach can use to stand out in a crowded marketplace, because authority is not created by how polished your website looks or how many followers you have. It is created by the real impact you make in the lives of your clients. In the coaching industry, people are not just buying knowledge, they are buying proof that your guidance can lead them to transformation. When you focus on creating genuine results for the clients you work with, you naturally build credibility, and that credibility becomes the foundation of your long-term success. Authority is something that grows organically when your work speaks for itself. And the fastest way to build it is by helping even a small number of people experience meaningful change. Every client success story is an opportunity to showcase the effectiveness of your coaching. When someone goes through your program and achieves a breakthrough, you not only create transformation in their life, but also generate powerful evidence that your coaching works. These stories can be captured in testimonials, case studies, or even casual conversations that your client shares with others. As a beginner coach, you may feel like you need a large portfolio before people will trust you, but the truth is that even 2 or 3 strong testimonials can be enough to establish authority in the early stages. People want to see proof, and when you provide it through authentic client experiences, you build trust much faster than with advertising or self-promotion alone. Another important part of building authority through results is documenting the journey, not just the final outcome. Many beginner coaches make the mistake of waiting until clients achieve big results before sharing their stories, but the progress along the way can be just as powerful. For example, a client who moves from feeling stuck and unmotivated to gaining clarity and taking consistent action in just a few weeks is a story worth sharing. By highlighting these smaller wins, You demonstrate that transformation is possible step by step and that your coaching provides value throughout the journey. This not only motivates potential clients to trust you, but also reassures them that results do not always have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Authority also comes from consistency in delivering results. It is not enough to help one client experience a breakthrough and then struggle to replicate that with others. As you refine your coaching methods, your goal should be to create a repeatable process that leads to reliable outcomes. This consistency is what elevates you from being seen as a beginner to being recognized as a professional with a proven system. When potential clients see that multiple people have achieved results with you, they begin to trust that they too can experience transformation if they invest in your coaching. Consistency builds reliability, and reliability is a core component of authority. Sharing results is another key element of authority building. Many coaches hesitate to showcase testimonials or highlight client wins because they fear it may seem like bragging. But the reality is that sharing results is an act of service. It shows your audience what is possible for them, and it inspires them to believe that change is within reach. When you present results authentically and give credit to your clients for doing the work, you not only build your reputation, but also encourage others to take action. Social proof is one of the strongest motivators for people making investment decisions. And the more you highlight the transformations your clients achieve, the easier it becomes to attract new clients. Focusing on results also shifts the way you market yourself. Instead of relying on vague promises or generic statements, you can confidently communicate the specific outcomes you help people achieve. This makes your message sharper, your offer more compelling, and your coaching more desirable. Over time, as you accumulate more results and more stories, your authority grows naturally and you become the go-to coach in your niche. People will begin to see you not just as someone who talks about transformation, but as someone who consistently delivers it. That reputation becomes your most valuable asset and the driving force behind the growth of your coaching business. Laying the foundation before scaling is one of the wisest approaches a beginner coach can take, because many new coaches get caught up in the excitement of building a big brand, creating group programs, or launching online courses without first mastering the basics that make a coaching business sustainable. The temptation to scale quickly often comes from looking at successful coaches who are already running large communities or selling high-ticket courses. But what is usually overlooked is the years of experience, refinement, and trial and error that went into building that level of success. As a beginner, your focus should be on establishing the systems, skills, and confidence that will allow you to scale later without collapsing under the weight of complexity. A strong foundation ensures that growth is stable, profitable, and aligned with your values. The first element of laying a foundation is mastering one-on-one coaching and creating consistent results for individuals. This stage teaches you how to listen deeply, identify patterns, and develop your unique process for transformation. Without this step, scaling into groups or digital programs becomes risky because you lack the tested methods that guarantee client results. The best group programs and online courses are built on frameworks that were refined through years of one-on-one work. Skipping this stage is like trying to build a skyscraper without first pouring concrete. It might stand temporarily, but it will eventually crumble under pressure. By focusing on building your craft and delivering outcomes at a personal level, you gather the knowledge and confidence necessary to expand into larger offerings. Another critical part of the foundation is developing your signature offer. Before you think about scaling into multiple programs or diversifying your income streams, you need to have one offer that works reliably. This becomes your flagship program, the one you are known for, and the one that consistently brings in revenue. Having a single, defined offer simplifies your marketing, clarifies your message, and ensures that you have a proven system before branching out. Many beginner coaches make the mistake of creating too many offers too soon, which spreads their energy thin and confuses potential clients. A single clear offer allows you to focus your energy, refine your process, and build momentum without unnecessary distractions. Client acquisition systems are also part of your foundation. In the early stages, this does not mean complicated funnels or paid advertising, but rather simple, repeatable actions that bring clients consistently. Whether it is building relationships on one social media platform, using direct outreach, or hosting discovery calls, you need a process that works before thinking about automation or scaling. Scaling without a reliable way to acquire clients is like turning up the volume on a broken microphone. It only amplifies the flaws. By keeping your acquisition process simple and consistent, you ensure that you always have a steady stream of clients to serve, which gives you stability and confidence as you grow. Financial discipline is another cornerstone of laying a foundation. When coaches scale too quickly without managing their finances, they often invest heavily in tools, ads, or team members without the revenue to support those expenses. This creates unnecessary stress and can even push a business to collapse. Building a strong foundation means being mindful of your pricing, managing your income wisely, and reinvesting strategically in the areas that truly move your business forward. With a stable financial base, you can scale with confidence, knowing that your growth is supported by solid revenue rather than hope or hype. Perhaps the most important part of building a foundation is patience and mastery. Coaching is a profession built on trust, and trust is not built overnight. It comes from showing up consistently, serving clients wholeheartedly, and refining your methods until they create results every time. When you commit to the foundational stage, you build not only a business, but also a reputation that will carry you into the future. Scaling becomes natural when the foundation is strong, but without that foundation, growth becomes unstable and unsustainable. Taking the time to master the basics ensures that when you are ready to expand into group programs, online courses, or memberships, you will have the confidence, systems, and credibility to succeed at a much higher level